Hello everyone and welcome back to day 69 of the 1000 days of no code challenge. One of the things a lot of people get confused with are how dates are handled in Bubble, because in Bubble date is not just the date value but also time value. Bubble always considers date as date and time. Even though in the date and time picker you select only date, when it is getting saved in the database, it will be saved with date and time together. And that's why today, let's see how can we manage dates in Bubble so that even when it is saved in date and time format, we can use it for filtering and other operations. Let's dive deeper. So to understand about dates, let's go to the user data type, and we have got date of birth as a date field, and we have of course got created date and modified date as well. So let's go to app data, and I'm going to create a view which will be called dates, right? And let's check only the name is fine, cover image I'll uncheck, date of birth is required, email verified we will uncheck, file linked team, and email we will uncheck. We will have created date and modified date, right? So we've got the names, we've got date of birth, created date and modified date. Everywhere you can see it is not just the date, it is always with the time. Now, if you want to filter out based on the dates, let's say we want to count the number of users registered on a particular date, right? Normally, what we would have done is we would have added a text. So what we can do is, let's say I'll create a date time picker, right? And I'll make it as date only. I'll add a text here, okay, which will get us the count basically. So insert dynamic data, do a search for users, right? Where created date is equals to, okay, date time picker is value, right? And then we will count it. So we will get the number of users who registered on that particular day, right? So let's go to preview. Now, if we go to data, we'll see what are the dates that we have in the database. So most of them were registered on December 22nd, right? So I'll go ahead and select this as December 22nd. Do we have any details here? It's showing us 0. The reason being, even though this is just date, right? What we get in terms of filters is date and time. Let me show you. So let me click on this inspect and let me click on this particular text field, right? And we'll go to the value here, okay, which is 0. And we can see we have done search for users, okay, where created date is not just the date which we selected, which is 22nd December, but it also has got time here, which is 12 a.m. And we have not created any records at 12 a.m. of December 22nd. And that's why it's giving us 0. So how do we deal with this? Whenever we are dealing with date only, okay, we are supposed to put it in time slots. Okay, what I mean by that is, if you're looking for December 22nd, then do a search where the date is greater than or equals to 22nd December 12 a.m. and less than or equals to December 22nd 11:59:59. You can also do it the other way, which is just less than December 23 12 a.m. Okay, so multiple ways of doing it. So created date is greater than or equals to, okay, you can do date time picker is value, which will come as 12 a.m. by default, right? Because it's just date that we have selected. Even though it gives us time, it is coming as 12 a.m., right? Next one is created date less than date time picker is value, plus days 1. Let's see what happens when we do this filter. Now when we select December 22nd, it's still 0, and this is because we have not logged in as any user and we have added privacy rules just a few sessions back, okay, which allows us to see the data only if the current user is logged in. Because we have added privacy rules just a few sessions back and we need to be admin to be able to see everyone's details. So I'll just log in as one of the admin users. So I'm going to log in as admin user on the same page. And now let me select as December 22nd. You can see that we have 55 users who have registered on December 22nd. And how does this work? Let's inspect again. Let's go to this particular element and click on this text 55. Go to search for users and you can see what we are searching for here. We are searching where the created date is greater than or equals to December 22nd, 2024, 12 AM, and created date is less than December 23rd, 2024, 12 AM. So this now is searching for a 24 hours window, okay, where the date we have selected is starting from 12 AM and we have told plus 1 day, which is the next day exactly at 12 AM. So in this case, we are using less than, thereby getting only the records which were created until 11:59:59 seconds. The reason why we wanted to do a video specifically on date is because a lot of people get confused when we are dealing with dates, because they select it as date only and then they're not getting the desired results, right? And the reason behind that is date is always date and time in Bubble. That's why we wanted to show how a date field is operated in Bubble. And I hope this has been helpful. And there you go. Now that you know how dates are saved in Bubble, I hope you can manage the date fields in Bubble without any worries. If this video was valuable, share it with your fellow learners. And I will see you in the next one.